I hope it's not that I'm the problem. 23 hours, 59 minutes and 59 seconds. And then I ended up playing Stardew. This is quite overwhelming. I'm overwhelmed. I feel insane. I'm going insane, I think. I have failed. Good morning. Technically, I'm still eating my breakfast, but we're having a early lunch today too, so I am this entire weekend alone. My parents are on a little weekend away, so I had this great idea to see how much I can read in 24 hours. Now, I call myself chronically ill because honestly, I am. I have headaches, fibromyalgia. It's not good in this body. So for me, reading 24 hours after each other, that's not gonna work. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna break my body for this. So it's not gonna be a 24-hour readathon, but I just want to know how much I would be able to read in 24 hours. But we have a little bit of a change. Because I'm this entire weekend alone, I obviously have to make my own food. I have to walk my dog 3 times a day. That's normal. I always do that. But there are also other things that I would like to do. I have a puzzle downstairs, a bookish puzzle that my sister bought and I borrowed. I would really like to make that this weekend. I would also like to do my nails because that's not going well. So obviously those are going to be hours that I'm not going to be able to read. But I was thinking, while I'm doing my nails, while I'm doing the puzzle, I could obviously put on an audiobook. And I know some people say that audiobooks don't count, but honestly, I feel like they do count because I'm still getting the whole book vibe, you know? Like, when I'm reading, it literally feels like a movie. So when I'm listening to somebody read out loud to me, it also feels like I'm watching a movie. Just as what reading does for me, and for me that means that I am reading when I'm listening to an audiobook. So we're also going to do that. But we already have a slight change in plans because I was gonna film today, and then I was actually just going to immediately start, so eat my breakfast and then I was just going to start. But now my brother and my sister are both coming to have an early lunch, so obviously I'm not gonna read. So we're gonna start a little later, and now I'm a little worried that I'm not gonna make the 24 hours in 3 days. Because on Sunday, I'm also going to have dinner with my sister, her boyfriend, and that friend. But I'm also not putting like a time on myself, by the way. Well, no, I am putting a time on myself because I'm obviously gonna see how much I can read in 24 hours. But I'm not gonna say like, oh, I need to do it in 3 days. You know, I know that some people do like 12 hours each day, and obviously you can do it in 3 days, which would be 8 hours a day. I hope I can make that, but honestly, if I can't, I'm not gonna be upset about it. Well, maybe I'm gonna be upset about it, but it's not a major issue, right? Well, Monday I don't have a lot of time either. You know what? We'll see how this day goes. We'll see how this weekend goes, okay? Oh, I just put my book downstairs, obviously, because I was gonna read downstairs, but no, I'm not. But there are a few books that I want to read. So I'm reading Overdue right now, which is downstairs. I have no idea which page I am, but I feel like I'm pretty far in. As audiobook, or as physical, depends, I have Katabasis. I saw Jack Edwards saying it very differently than I did, but I do remember. Anyway, we have this one, which I also am listening as audiobook, and I'm at page 114. So I was thinking about this one while I'm doing my puzzle or while I'm silently gaming, because I also need to do Disney, do the Star Bath. I have lots of things to do, man. I'm really excited to read. I'm really excited for the sandwich. I'm gonna eat tonight a pizza. I'm really excited for that. it's 2:30 now. They literally are standing outside the door to leave. Yeah, I still haven't done anything, obviously, because well, I didn't go upstairs. I could have done that, but honestly, that's not that fun. It's more fun to stay here with everyone and talk, you know. But right now I am doing the puzzle. This is the puzzle that my sister bought a while ago, and she gave it to me after she finished. I think it took her like a week or something, I'm not sure. And obviously, like, it's a bookstore. It's the New Yorker, so obviously I really want to do it too, but I never actually have space to do it. Okay, now they left. I have no idea where I was. I think I said that I didn't have any space to make this because it's quite big. Like, I already have one line done in the last, what will it be, like 20 minutes or something? And I have a little bit on the top here. But yeah, this is gonna take me a while, but like I said, I was meaning to do the puzzle while listening to an audiobook, but I already started puzzle because I was like, I'm gonna have less and less time because everyone's staying here so long. But yeah, I also still need to walk my dog. Probably should do that now. You know. Hi. Hi. Oh, big stretch. Oh. Hi. Oh, are you a little bit tired? Oh, are you tired? I think she knows. I think she knows what I want to do. Ga je met me meelopen? This is horrible, guys. She never wants to walk with me anymore. You never want to walk with me. I know you're all cozy in bed, but you have to walk. You're a dog. You're supposed to like it. Oh, Dizzy. Well, this was not a good start. I hope it's not that I'm the problem, but maybe I am. I can see if that I could be the problem. So I just walked my second round with my dog. As you just saw, she was being difficult again. She wanted to run away. She keeps doing that. She keeps running away and getting underneath so bad. It's not cool, man. Not cool. It's very stressful enough to go outside. Anyway, I just want to sit cozy, do my puzzle. Okay, well, we are finally gonna start. Here we have it. 23 hours, 59 minutes and 59 seconds.
In all the myths and lore, it is assumed that magicians use a variety of special types.
Okay, horrible news. I've listened to my audiobook for like an hour and then I ended up playing Stardew with my sister and a friend. Yeah, like I said, I haven't been listening to my audiobook now because obviously I can't listen to my friends and an audiobook at the same time. Kind of wish I could sometimes, but right now I'm just going to make a pizza and I'm going to turn on my audiobook while I'm making this. So
It's a terrible advantage, said the Italian. He's a magician.
I burned my finger. Can you tell? I sat a very long time with my finger in some water. Oh, horrible. Also, this puzzle is horrible. This is a horrible puzzle. It has sticks like this. Like, what? It makes no sense. I'm so overwhelmed by it. This is quite overwhelming. Anyway, I started at chapter 9, right? It was something at 100 page 100 something. 114. So we've listened to all of this. And I am now at chapter 13 on page 205. So almost listened to 100 pages. But it is 7:50 and I need to walk my dog again. So I put my timer on pause. I still only see pieces that should be together. That's my problem with puzzles. I can't stop. Just can't. Hello. We're having a sleepover tonight, right? Yeah, we're having a sleepover. Woo! Party! I feel like I haven't even spoke about the books that I'm reading right now, so I just thought I will tell you guys what I'm reading, because I'm reading two pretty thick books. So first, obviously, the audiobook I was listening to was also from this book, katabasis, whatever, which is mainly about this professor who died by magic. He's a professor in magic and he died by an accident, and two of his students are gonna find him back in hell. So they're going through a journey in hell, and it's not very scary, but there are some points that I'm like, oh, okay, but it goes pretty quickly. The main thing about this book is that there's a lot of I want to call it like student talk. I don't know if it's not student talk. It's a lot of explaining, a lot of like what they read in books about this hell, which is intriguing to listen to, but it's less intriguing for me to read or something. I don't know. But it's interesting. I'm intrigued. I am enjoying it so far. I don't think it's gonna be a 5-star. No. Because then the book would have been enough for me. But it's a very interesting thing to listen to. Yeah. And then I'm also reading Overdue, which is a romance. It's kind of interesting. There's this girl, I don't even know what her name is, Ingrid. Ingrid is dating somebody, and they've been dating for 10 years or 11 years. And suddenly one December day, her little sister is like, guys, guess what? I'm engaged to my girlfriend who I've only been seeing for 2 years, but and it brings them in a little bit of a spiral that they're like, oh, we've been together for 11 years, why haven't we thought about it? Why haven't we talked about it? And they come up with this plan. They already have this plan in the beginning of the book. The book already starts when they have finished talking about that plan and are already not together anymore. But they're not going to be together for a month, and they're going to see other people. I think it's very weird. I think if that's the way of thinking, maybe you should not be together. If you feel like you're missing out on something else, maybe you shouldn't be together. You know? But it is interesting because I've never read something like this. And she first tries with her crush on, who's a grumpy librarian colleague, works with her. They have a lot of chemistry, it says. I don't feel it, to be honest. I don't really feel the romance in this, but I'm still enjoying to read it though. That's the main thing. I think it's important that I'm enjoying it, but I do feel like, okay, when are we going to get that romance? Like, are we just gonna be seeing other people? She's literally dating everyone except that one crush that, you know, it started off a little patchy. Let's be honest. He was not very amused by her actions of trying to date him. But I don't know. I don't feel a lot of interest right now. But I'm also intrigued. I'm only at page 98. But yeah, so that's this book. These are the 2 books that I am listening and reading. So tonight I think I'm gonna read a little bit in this, because I've been listening to this a lot and I'm like, okay, I'm very entertained by listening to it. Not gonna lie. But I just want something, I just want to try this for a little bit. I don't really have a good reason for it, just that I'm in the mood. We're just gonna relax, chill, have a good time. Are you tired? Good morning. It has been, you know, it literally looks like there's sun coming inside from there, but it literally looks like a silhouette now. That's creepy. Anyway, it's 10 o'clock right now. I just walked my dog. Obviously got myself ready. She kept barking the whole time outside, so I'm a little overwhelmed. There were a lot of dogs outside. So yeah, it was a little bit overwhelming. My heart is going a little bit boom boom, but that's fine. Anyway, last night I read for quite a while actually, I feel like. I think I read for like an hour at least. I literally just couldn't stop. I literally had to force myself like, okay Mel, you can read one more chapter and then you really need to sleep. And thankfully that one chapter was a little bit of a, like, it wasn't that intriguing, but I was like, she now broke up completely with her partner that she thought she was gonna marry, so she's in a little bit of she's going through a rough patch right now. So that's where I left off. but I now have 20 hours and 26 minutes to read. I'm so dizzy from it. Anyway, I've done my nails. Look at it. It's really pretty. Love it. It is now 2:40. I need to walk my dog. And we've made some progress. We need to read for 16 hours and 12 minutes. Yeah. So far it's been 4 hours then, I think, something like that, of listening to the audiobook. And oh my, this book, I finally understand them. I finally understand why they are acting the way they are. I finally get it. No, I obviously can't say what I'm really talking about, because that would be probably like a spoiler and you would look at him in such a different way than you would in the beginning. I'm at
Chapter 23.
I started at 13, so it's been 10 chapters now. Look, we've read, this is all we read, pretty much. All listened to, I mean. Technically I'm on page 358. I love seeing that progress. So less than 200 pages left, and in the audiobook it will be another 4 hours and 47 minutes. It's not going to be a 5-star because the beginning was so slow and I was really struggling to read it, which is why I picked up the audiobook, because the whole idea of hell is super interesting. But I just kept getting confused, and while I'm listening to the audio, I'm like, oh, so it's like if somebody is explaining something to me, like if this is something I struggled with at school. If I would read it, for some reason I couldn't decipher what I was reading, but if somebody like explains it to me, I can understand it a little bit better. And that's what this book felt like I needed somebody to explain, to just read it out loud at me, because then I could understand it more. I don't know why my brain is like that. But guys, I am so tired, and this one is so hungry. It's not even time to eat yet. She's been moaning since 5 o'clock. We always give her dinner at 6, so I don't know what she's moaning about. But I thought I'll give you guys a little update, because I have no idea when I did my last update. I have no idea what I said. I feel like my brain has been consumed with the audiobook and the puzzle, and now it's just tired. So maybe I should have not done the puzzle. I have listened to quite a bit again. I'm now at chapter, what is it, 29? I think 29. I think it says 31, but it did like 2 extra chapters or something like that. And I still need to listen. No, I still need to read for another, hello? Yeah, you're cute. For another 14 hours. I'm overwhelmed. Yeah, I am a little bit confused about the book right now. I have a feeling that she's just given up. I have not moved from this place. Only to walk my dog today. This is an unhealthy obsession. I should never be able to do puzzles. I should not be allowed to do them. Anyway, I just finished my audiobook. And obviously I put it on pause. And we need to we need to read another 11 hours. But we finished one book, which is exciting. I'm kind of debating if I should just go to bed. It is 11, but I'm also so far with my puzzle. I'm insane. I feel insane. I'm going insane, I think. Yeah, I can't really stop. And it's like super annoying because there isn't really like a picture of it, like a poster thing, and I can't see what's on here. That's also really annoying. Yeah, but the book, I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars. Yeah. It's a really good book, and it started off so slow that I was like, it could have been a 5-star if we just went a little bit fast in the beginning, but I also understand that because it's just like, well, no, because there are fantasy books that are like novels and they're still very fast paced. But anyway, there was like so much explaining. I can't even speak. And there was just like a lot of explanations and things about hell, which made it interesting, but it also made it very long sometimes. Especially because sometimes I felt like I needed to reread it or re-listen to it. That just made it really frustrating. But I think from what I listened to it today, I think we listened for like 8 hours or something. I think it was really good. Like, it was so intriguing. Sometimes it was a little bit nerve-wracking. There is a little bit of a love story in it, but I feel like, I don't know, you didn't really see a lot of the love story in it, which is always a bit of a bummer, because I love reading about that whole yearning things and stealing secret glances, all of that. I love that, but we didn't really get that here. We got it in the beginning a little bit when they first started their journey to hell, but apart from that, it never really came again. Yeah, I don't know, but it was really good. I do like it. Good morning. It's another day which I'm pretty sure I gave you guys the last update when I finished katabasis. But I just thought I'm gonna explain a little bit how this day is gonna go. Because tonight I have dinner with my sister, her boyfriend, and a friend that we came with. And for that I obviously need to get ready at least at 5. But it's Sunday, like I said, and Sunday is for me the day that I need to clean my room. I have a pretty bad dust allergy, and every Sunday I clean my room. I make it all dust free and all of that. So I was like, damn it, this goes again for my reading time. But I saw this audiobook that I've been wanting to listen to in the winter. It's been on my library list on Storytel, because that's the app that I use. And is it a novella? Well, it's The Deal of a Lifetime by Frederik Backman. But yeah, this one, it's a short story with beautiful illustrations. Well, I'm not gonna see those, I guess. So we'll be missing a little vibe, I guess. It delivers an insightful and poignant tale about finding out what is truly important in life. But it's only 48 minutes, so I think I can do my room in 48 minutes. I definitely can. Also, if anyone wants to know how the puzzle is going, it's going pretty well, if I must say. It was a little overambitious to think that I could do that this weekend. In one weekend. But I mean, I've gone really far. Good evening. I obviously haven't read much today because, well, in the afternoon around 2, my parents came back and I finished the puzzle with them, so I'm hoping you saw that. That was really nice. And while I was cleaning my room, I did listen to an audiobook from Frederik Backman, which is a book that I've been wanting to listen to or read, which is The Deal of a Lifetime. And the cover looks so Christmassy, so wintry, but I was like, oh, that looks so cute. But it was just this beautiful story about how the world can change you, how time passes by very quickly, and how there's actually like always like everyone has like a good heart on the inside. Because other people, like he would say in the book, he probably would have said like, don't kill me, don't take me, take the kid then. But in the end, because he felt like the kid had so much more life to live, he ended up changing his perspective. I don't know, it was a very I think it was a very nice story, but it wasn't anything like really memorable for me. I think it was just like, yeah, I don't know, I didn't really connect with it as much, so I gave it 3.5 because I was like, okay, well, it's a good story and it had some really good and nice quotes in it that I was like, that it really showed you how, you know, how life just flies by. But it wasn't like, I don't think I'm ever gonna think about this again, you know? Like, it's not gonna be like a story that's gonna... Yeah, I don't know. It was nice to listen to. Anyway, and then I listened to And Every Morning the Way Home Gets Longer and Longer. Okay. which is also by Frederik Backman, and this is a novella that I've been also really wanting to listen to for like years, I think, at this point. I really enjoyed that one. Yeah, I gave this one 4 stars. This was about a grandpa who obviously was a dad at some point. Well, first he was a young man, dad, granddad, and he always saw himself as like a better granddad than an actual father. When he was a father, he just wanted to work, and as a granddad, he wanted to spend time with his grandson as much as he can. But in the book, in the story, his memory is leaving him. He can't remember a lot of stuff, and he tells his grandson that, and they're kind of at this place where they're in his head and he's there with his grandson, just sitting there on a park, and they're sitting at this bench, and there are so many things around them, like weird things, and his grandson is like talking about like, hey, those are my toys, and then there comes a little story about how he really wanted to buy a dinosaur for his grandson, but his wife, who passed away, said that that was kind of stupid to buy a dinosaur for a baby, and it was one of his grandson's favorite kind of toys, and it was just like really cute. And I feel like this will be a more memorable book. I think that this is one of those books that you just, if I see it in the store, I would buy it just to read it with my own eyes instead of listen to it. I think it was such a nice story. Like, I've had a grandma who's got very confused in the end, and that was like the worst thing to experience for the people around her, but also for herself. It was one of her biggest fears too, and seeing that happen to her is so hard, and it's so difficult to comfort somebody in a time like that. And it's really difficult to read about grandparents who are losing their minds, because it's so close to me. This was a very good one, and I would actually like to buy this. I think I am going to buy this book. I still need to read 9 hours and 30 minutes. So I think when I'm in bed, I'll probably read at least a chapter of Overdue, because I mean, I'm just really interested in what's going to happen. I'm 178 pages in. I need another 200 at least. So we'll see. We'll see if how far I'm gonna go into it tonight, actually. I have failed. I still need to read 5 hours and 60 minutes. But it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, it's already 1 o'clock, and normally I post my video on Wednesday, 4 o'clock. Yeah, I failed. That's all I can say, really. I did my best. I thought I would make it from Friday evening till, well, yeah, Wednesday morning. But honestly, guys, I am an ill person. That's just who I am. That's what it is. That's something that I've had to accept a very long time ago, and I have finally accepted that. And I thought I could read for 24 hours in at least a week, but technically, if I would have had Thursday on it, I probably would have made it, because then I would read 5 hours today. Would have been probably fine. I think I could do that, but I didn't, because I started Friday evening and then I read on Saturday, or I listened to the audiobook from Katabasis while I was doing a puzzle, and then I on Sunday I did the puzzle and cleaned my room, listened to 2 audiobooks, short novels, and I obviously also read in this book, Overdue. And on Monday I went to Horn and I ate lunch there, had excruciating stomach pain the entire day. I think when we left town it started to finally ease, but like I was super bloated and I wasn't comfortable in my own body at that point. And then I finally felt better around dinner, so I ate dinner, and then my brother came and we talked a bit, and then I started getting a really bad migraine. So on Monday there was no reading done, nothing. I could not. I just couldn't do it. I needed to take a little rest day. And then yesterday I did read for a while on this one in the evening a lot, and around 4 o'clock or something I just started diving into this story and I couldn't get out anymore. But yeah, now I still have 5 hours to do, and that's just not possible because I do want to post this on my normal time. So after I finish filming this, I'm gonna eat lunch and I'm gonna edit, and we'll just, you know, have to accept that 24 hours in 6 days apparently was impossible for me. So everyone who does 24 hours, like literally 24 hours, amazing for you. I can't do it, but that's okay. I knew that I wouldn't be able to, but I did hope that in 6 days I would be able to read for 24 hours, and that also didn't go as planned. And then to be thinking, like, I barely gamed in the weekends because I was reading and doing the puzzle, and I really did try. I really did. And I feel like I did a good job. Even though I didn't make it, I feel like I'm very proud of myself still. Anyway, I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.